Welcome to episode 10 of the Draw Last podcast. Today, we are going through our annual wish lists of what we want out of Hearthstone in 2024. Joined with me, as always, is Vaapad and Swag. You guys have anything to add?
Hello. No, I'm just excited to be here, and I'm excited to see where we go in 2024.
Happy New Year. Go
Happy
Lions.
New Year.
And I have the sticky note of destiny.
Yeah.
Streaming this on a mini set day is bold, I will say, but hey, we're here. We're doing our wish list reviews.
Yep. There won't be that much competition for viewers, don't worry.
No, nobody's live right now.
No.
I don't see a single person streaming Hearthstone. I'm looking through.
No.
Can't find one.
Definitely not like 10 extra people going live than usual for my follow list.
All right. I don't know the order. So Swag, start us off with your number 5.
All right. Number 5. Okay. So 5 is like my long shot one where like it's probably never going to happen. Definitely not in 2024, but it would be cool if it did. And that is a newer client, Hearthstone 2, or, maybe don't do the Overwatch thing. Don't add the 2, just like make a new client that, just...
Oh, Unreal Engine 5 Hearthstone?
Yeah.
Granted, it's Unity now, so I don't know what that would even mean, but...
just sort of a, it seems like the current client has a lot of like tech debt. It's 10 years old, right? And there's a lot of bugs, some of which have been in the game for years. I feel like they would have been fixed by now if they weren't, sort of stuck to the client. But yeah, be very expensive, cost a lot of manpower.
Sure.
So it's probably not going to happen.
Maybe that's why they killed duels.
Yeah.
A lot of UI interface changes. So my number 5 would be kind of a hot take, starting off kind of spicy. I would like Tavern Brawl to go bye-bye and be replaced with a weekly login bonus of a pack. Just get rid of the game.
Tavern Brawl? Is that what you just said?
Get rid of Tavern Brawl.
I don't think we need to get rid of Tavern Brawl for a weekly login bonus. You can just do the weekly login bonus and remove the pack from Tavern Brawl.
Sure.
I like Tavern Brawl. It's fun sometimes.
That's the worst take I've ever heard.
What? I liking Tavern Brawl sometimes?
No, Vaapad's take.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I must go now. This is outrageous. My number 5 is new Tavern Brawls. Okay, we're aligned here, but we have opposite approaches. You're the negative, Andy. I'm the positive, Andy. We lost duels, so let's reallocate some of those ideas and resources and get some new cool Tavern Brawls. Okay? Because this week's Tavern Brawl, if any, have shown us that like the interactive, entrenched players can enjoy Tavern Brawl if you get the right one. For those who don't know, the current Tavern Brawl is every minion has all types. A lot of wild players jamming out different things, having fun. So Tavern Brawl slaps. Okay, I get it. They've been recycling, and they need new ones. But instead of getting rid of it, let's get new sick ones. Okay, and ones that instead of just interacting engaged players, get ones that interact and like excite new players too. That's fine, but just new exciting Tavern Brawls is my number 5. And I have a question for you because your take that Tavern Brawl is like obsolete is hilarious. Okay. In 2022, which was 4 years ago, right? Hearthstone released an end-of-year infographic that included the total number of Tavern Brawl matches played and the total number of arena matches played. Based on your take, you would assume that Tavern Brawl is like 12 matches played. It was slightly less than arena, but it was like almost 300 million matches played in just 2022. And I think now that it's on the main menu, it's probably past arena. So crazy take. And that's not just because Tavern Brawl is behind me either. I like Tavern Brawl. I've been playing this one. It's fun. But we need new ones. Any mode of the day format or mode sucks if you just throw out things that are stale and boring. So let's get some new hype going. That's my number 5. So Swag's for bigger esports.
Bigger esports budget. I actually think this is more likely to happen than a lot of people think.
It's a low bar this year.
Yeah, but like even despite that, like they mentioned that the fact that the announcement is taking so long is because of like unresolved details. I'd imagine it's related to the, new Microsoft leadership. So, there's a chance. That's where I'm at for.
Yeah, I mean,
for
the new owner
esports.
now likes games, which was not true before.
Yeah,
So
true.
Phil Spencer plays games,
He
so that
plays
could help.
games.
You might watch him
Yeah.
too. It's a big step up. So maybe
You think Phil Spencer watches XQC?
Probably. He's probably
Yeah.
watched before. I don't think he watches every day. I saw short the other day of him playing Fallout 76, and like people recognized his username and like threw him stuff, so he'd get an achievement, and then it checked his achievements, and it was like it lined up with him, and it was like, this is Phil Spencer, guys. He's playing Fallout 76. He's a gamer.
He's a
I was
gamer.
Like, okay, he's playing a game that's at least he's playing games. He's playing Fallout 76, which is a bit questionable, but he's playing games. It's more than Bobby Kotick.
Good for him. Good for him. Someone has to play that game, right?
The game could be fantastic, to be fair. He's been playing Hearthstone exclusively as
I've heard it's gotten better.
Probably fun. But all right. So that could happen. I think I'm surprised. We've heard like a little leak that it was coming, and like January didn't count, February will. So it's not dead. They didn't kill it.
Yeah, they did the classic announcement of an announcement.
Well, yeah, but this was, to be fair, this was slightly more than that because it assured players like, hey, you don't worry, January doesn't count. Take a chill pill.
Although that it was after a bunch of pro players complained. So,
well, sure.
Yeah,
that's. I mean, they listen to the community. Right?
Yeah, I guess 4.5 for me would be the HS Esports account being a little more active rather than just like making their it seems like most of their announcements are a response to people like Pocket Train basically doing the promo work for them.
Sure.
Saying like, hey, I've been posting about this for a week. Where's the esports account at?
I imagine it's just dangerous for them to post because things are constantly up in the air, and they probably aren't allowed to post just for the sake of drama. But yeah, we'll see. We're in a time where esports, like they announced Rocket League esports, some news came out, and it's like that's one of the tier 1 esports essentially, and like they're not retaining some of their casters. Prizes are going down, spots are going down. Like it's looking bleak.
Yeah, esports as a whole is seems like it's on a downswing.
Who knows? Now that the COVID stuff's over, it's kind of settling lower, and who knows? I mean, might just need new games. Might need I don't know, but
there was definitely a bubble. Seems like it might be popping.
Oh yeah, I mean, esports and things not making money is probably an issue at some point, right? Sure. Can't always get away with
the Amazon approach.
Oh yeah, or the Overwatch League approach and conning a bunch of people into spending $20 million for a spot. Dude, that would have been so sick, actually. Though I kind of wish that succeeded. That would have been sick. It was too bold to bring it.
The shame that the game they chose was Overwatch.
I mean, hey, to be fair, 2016 Overwatch is.
I mean, no, it was a great game. It's just hard to follow.
So popular, people love. Oh yeah, well the metas once Overwatch League started really going, and like you got the tank metas and the no DPS metas, and then you had this double sniper meta.
Like you need to be to sort of follow what's going on. You need to be familiar with what all these characters do. Right?
Yeah, they needed it to be more like Halo, where it was just things flying around shooting guns, essentially.
Yeah, like Counter-Strike is very simple. Anyone who doesn't play games, can still get the basic gist of it.
Yeah, but it would have been so sick. I wish esports would NFL approach it, but it's, logistic nightmare. I'm sure it costs a lot of money. All right,
my number 4.
Eva 4.
So I got the idea from from either a Jordan video or a Jordan video comment section. I don't remember which. I'm sure he'll tell me in a second. But I think it'd be super cool to have async games of Hearthstone where you could queue up a game and whatever the setting is, like if you have like 24 hours to make a move or whatever, like obviously that's going to take forever. But like, that like it's a good way, like, and it's been proven that to work in like other things, right? Like you can play async games with fast over the course.
This is the big one for sure.
Yeah, so like I think that would be super cool. Obviously, how it would interact with ladder would be kind of weird, maybe, but that's the sort of thing where I would play a lot more maybe not a lot more Hearthstone. I would play more Hearthstone if I could take moves at my leisure and do it in 30 seconds and not have to sit down for a 10-minute game or whatever. That's
a great way to compete with the snaps of the world too, and have it like be an actual phone game. You make it not take 20 minutes to launch on the phone, and then you can do your turn that way, and then that'd be sick. Yeah. For those who don't know, async games in chess is like you have either an hour to make a move, 2 hours to make a move. I think the most common setting is 1 day, Some people do a week. It essentially just means one person makes a move. You then have that amount of time to make another move. You'll get like a notification on your phone. You'll open the app. You'll make your chess move. That'll be their turn. You can make a move right away. People could go back and forth just actively playing the game like normal, theoretically, if they're both active. But if not, you can say, I'll make my move in 7 hours when I have time. It's like the same game. So you'd be able to load in, see what your opponent did. In this version, it'd be sick if you like tapped in, you got to see them play their cards out and like the animations, you could like follow along instead of just the log. But even that I'd be happy with. It'd be sick.
Yeah.
So you get to make your turns, and you'd be able to have more than one game going. So you could have like an async game going and just like queue up on your computer and play the normal game. Like your async games would have to be separate. I think there's probably a lot of barriers to make this actually work, but it would be sick.
Yeah.
And with ranked ladder, like you'd have to have like an MMR that's like separate from.
Yeah, it would need to be a separate game mode, but we all know
it's just for friends.
What happens to new game modes in Hearthstone. So,
well, it could be a new system or something, but yeah, or just for friendlies. But either way, that would be sick. That was from a Hearthstone review somebody left on mobile that I then showed in the reviews game show.
Yeah,
Martian agreed with you. He was like, "Wait, that would be sick. Wait a minute, that's the nuts. Why don't we have that?"
Yeah.
That's cool because this game came out in 2013. And for that, I'd be interested if Snap stole that approach. Their games are so short that they may not bother.
You don't need to, yeah. Play a whole game of Snap in 3 minutes.
It's fair. And then you don't have to sit there and watch your opponent rope. You just take your turn, you're on with your day, and then you get told when it's your turn again. You never have to worry about your opponent taking their time.
That's not true. That's not true.
Well, you have to wait. They can take a day to do
I'm still getting roped on ladder.
You get an extra rope, sure, but you don't have to sit there and wait for it.
Yeah,
sure.
You can do whatever else, and your phone will notify you when it's
go
time.
Take a shower. Go take a shower from being so sweaty.
That's
yeah, true.
I could have put that so much higher than 4. That actually is a great idea. I forgot about that. That's sick. My 4, very similar to my 5. Instead of Tavern Brawls, it's about Twist. I want Twist to succeed. I want cool, fast, changing seasons. I want Tavern Brawl, like I said, to be, instead of just play one game, slug around to get a pact, I want it to be like, hey, I'll play this for a night or a few games and have some fun and then go to the next one. That's what I want Twist to be, except maybe like on a longer scale. So I want Twist to be like, it changes constantly every month. It's great, whatever. And then I play like a Climb to Legends worth of games. I'm like, sweet, that was a fun twist, right? And then I play a little BGs, play a little standard, whatever. And then I'm excited for the next twist. Whereas right now, I don't know, often they're going to do it every 2.5 months or something like that. We'll see. But I like Twist. We asked for the rotating game mode. It was like high on our previous lists, actually. I think especially Vaapad over there. But I liked the idea. But it just like has to succeed, and like people have to like it and want to play it for it to like make sense for you to play it, especially with the ladder system. So I
think the latest format is going to be a lot more successful than
it's a lot more
the older sets.
To get into,
unfortunately,
sure.
I like the older sets in Twist, but it's a high barrier to entry for most people.
Do you think the Pauper Twist is going to be more popular than the previous?
Yeah, because it includes like standard cards.
Sure, and it's like Descent of Dragon.
Yeah, and it's it's super cheap.
A lot of people have enchanted old legendaries and maybe epics. I doubt most people have disenchanted all of their old commons. It's just not worth the hassle.
Yeah.
So that will help too, I think. But yeah, I mean, I would love it if they just did. That's the thing though, is if like they do a mode that's like
cheap and accessible,
or not cheap and accessible, one that was like bad. If you switch quickly enough, it's fine. You just go to the next one. It's just that one wasn't for you. It's like Tavern Brawl, but it's like every month essentially.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, this one's one button press. You don't need your deck. This one you do need cards. So it can kind of switch, just be like a grander Tavern Brawl. I'm excited.
It's just when it stretches to like 3 months.
Yeah.
It gets
for sure.
Because I think the first Twist mode had just sort of Jade Rogue dominating everything else. I feel like that's going to be the case in Twist. Most of the time, there's going to be one like broken combination of stuff.
Which is fine.
It's just going to be,
but
enough. It's fine again because it's a month.
Yeah. I don't.
But again, when you have that one broken deck dominating everything else for 3 months, it becomes a lot less palatable.
I'm generally a quality over quantity guy, so maybe 2 months is the sweet spot, but it does hit a point where it's like, okay, let's refresh it. And unfortunately, with the Hearthstone rank system the way it is, you kind of have to do minimum 1 month.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. I would just love a new ranked system for Twist, to be honest with you. But
Yeah, or at least sort of
it sucks.
adjusting
It's
the
like someone
MMR
who,
system for Twist at
yeah,
least.
yeah. Like I don't want to be someone climbs, gets their 11 or 10x, and then has a month where they just can't play because it's just not their system, right? Like
10-minute queue times.
Yeah. Well, no, 10 queue times for people who are playing, but also like then you lose your 10x or your 11x, your 9x, whatever you worked for, because you can't play Twist that month. And so you like hurt the next month.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Because it's like,
I don't know. Sucks to suck. Get your money up.
Yeah. Well,
sure. No.
But yeah, that's the issue there. But yeah, so that's what I want. 5 was new, more Tavern Brawls. 4 is new, exciting twists. Rooting for the mode. Cool.
All right. Swag 3.
Number 3. All right. My number 3 is just more wild only support. I really thought Caverns of Time was really neat. It's also just a nice gesture after feeling underappreciated for a while. And, you know, another Caverns of Time set, another wild exclusive set, or just, you know, something to keep shaking up the format, I think, you know, would be really, really nice.
And maybe make it a wild thing instead of a twist thing this time.
Well, yeah, that would also help.
I'd honestly be okay with another twist thing that's like Twist and Wild, but now that Twist is like actually here, just don't call it Wild.
Right, like, market it to Twist.
It makes sense to have it be Twist and Wild instead of just Wild, because you're still getting a Wild that isn't standard, which is really what you meant in the first place, right? So I think it's fine that it's also Twist, but just don't make it for Twist, balance it for Twist, and call it Wild, because most of it's, I mean, are there any?
Well, then I'd rather they not do a Twist thing. I'd rather they do a Wild only thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Don't call Wild only and balance it for Twist. But like if you balance it for a Wild Twist where like the power level's high enough that like a couple of the cards he's played in Wild, that's sick. You're not going to get a set where half the cards he play in Wild, and I don't know that you want that, because it'll be hard to undo that.
Depends on the cards.
Sure. It'll just take a while for it to get juiced again, because there's usually only like a few cards that add to Wild each expansion. So if you have a straight to Wild, that's like 20 playable cards. But yeah, I'm with you. That'd be sick. Figure out a way to do it for both. Brownie points, I think, right? Because then you're getting more people interested in it, which gives them more incentive to do it. Yeah, do it again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on board. More Wild and Twist content for sure. But yes, Wild content will affect Twist. So
yeah, sounds great.
My number 3 is a revisit from a previous wish list, but it's a banger. I would like an in-depth stats page that's shareable and that you can see like
export it to a code type thing.
Yeah, that stuff too. Like you can like show it to your, like, everything in the journal should be shareable to your friends. Your friends should be able to like click into your like thing on the side and like check out
your profile.
Yeah. And
like profile button.
Yeah, and I want like the type of stats that Battlegrounds keeps, you know, like the kind of the minutia stuff, like minions destroyed, like matches
damage dealt
like,
to enemy
damage
heroes.
Dealt,
sick, dude. That stuff is sick.
Yeah, that stuff is
every game I've ever played except Hearthstone has that, which is not a big list.
So much more incentivized to BM just to like maximize the amount of damage I do to pad the stats. I'm just like trying to figure out the optimal, like how close can I get them to 1, and then
you do like average damage dealt per game, and then then you're really like trying to maximize BM. You can deal 36 damage instead of 30.
Yeah, exactly.
It would tie really well with their achievements that they don't really use.
Right, exactly.
I love that idea. That's so sick. Both of yours are better than mine. That's crazy. I like those. My 3 is also returning, less exciting. For standard Wild BGs, I want less, fast, and frequent changes. I understand it's not going to happen because the super entrenched players play so much Hearthstone that if you don't change things as fast as they change things, people just mauled and get bored and whatever. But I don't play enough of one mode. I don't play enough of one mode to get sick of it before a new expansion comes out. So like, you can chill a little bit. It's fine.
Yeah.
Let the meta settle. Let me enjoy these tavern spells forever. Don't change it for like at least 6 more years. Okay. And then I'll be ready. But it's funny because I just said like I want more new Tavern Brawls and Twists, but it's like, so I mean like cards and stuff. You hotfix the big problems, right? Make those instant.
Yeah.
but then you let it ride, right? You let Mining Rogue ride. It's been riding. It's probably about time it
Mhm.
stops riding, but you let it ride. If they fix that after a week, I would have been like, come on, man, let it ride. Especially if you consider like people's investments into cards, which they probably shouldn't consider, but if they're going to, that's another reason to not kill a card instantly.
I think that's contextual. Like, I think there are some situations where you want to
like I
bring
said,
the hammer
Vaapad.
down quickly,
Oh,
but
yeah.
but I do generally agree with you that they go a little too fast with changes.
Yeah, don't let the current don't let the current duels meta ride. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Probably shouldn't go into that here, but it's real funny.
All right, Swags 2.
My 2 is kind of related to 3, but when the first Twist format came out, it was a bunch of old sets through Gadget Zan, and with that they buffed a bunch of those old cards.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love to see a Twist format with Ungoro, Frozen Throne, and Kobolds and Catacombs, and buffs to cards in those sets.
Huge.
I'd love to see Frost Lich Jaina at not 9 mana.
Okay.
I think buffs to those. I mean, it helps that like those are some of my favorite sets, but
for sure.
the precedent's there. I think I think it would be a really really good idea.
Yeah, I'm fully on board.
Well, some of the old hero cards to be playable.
I started playing in Whispers of the Old Gods, so I really hit my stride right around Ungoro and Knights of the Frozen Throne and Kobolds. So like same thing. That's like all of my favorite stuff.
Did any of them backfire? I don't think any of them really backfired this time around, did they?
The buffs for Twist?
Yeah, the buffs. I mean, like Shadow Bomber was unnecessary.
Tiny Knight and Cabal Lackey.
Cabal Lackey.
Or wait, no. It was
Cabal Crystal Runner.
Cabal Crystal Runner's buff stayed though. That one's fine. So I guess it was just the discounted 3/4
the
Tiny Knight 3/3. Oh, Tiny Knight buff. Okay.
Yeah, and then it
got just Disco Warlock because it also got a nuts card.
Right,
yeah,
those 2 buffs were bad because of the card.
Oh, it was Shadow Bomber.
Yeah,
that
one was unnecessary, but I guess it hasn't.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was unnecessary considering Aggro Priest was really good,
right,
or it was at least good at the time.
A 3/1 that deals 4 to my opponent's face. That's an aggro card if I've ever seen one.
Yeah,
that is gas.
Facts.
Yeah. All right, yeah, I mean, I'm all for that too because they give you a lot of fun and excitement, and there's little, if any, downside.
Mm-hmm.
Slap some numbers up on these cards. Call it a day. Make it a week most of work. It's pretty sick.
Well, yeah, I mean, it is only 1 line of code, so
who knows?
I don't know. Sometimes they change things, and all of a sudden, Tyrantus's text is gone. So it might be a little more difficult than just editing some numbers. Like that. But yeah.
All right, my number 2. My number 2 is for there to be a resurgence of the community presence. I think that, especially lately, you've seen more and more people stepping away from Wild and from Hearthstone in general than I'm really comfortable with. Like, we're losing like long time content creators because of various reasons, mostly burnout and just like not having fun with the mode that they play. But then like you have like poor like Raffle with his like he pivoted to a different mode and it gets axed. It's like so a subset of this would be please don't axe duels. I don't think that's gonna happen. But like it's ridiculous. Like State of Wild is ending. Like they're like just the amount of streamers is plummeting, content community members. And it's been slowly decreasing for a few years. I was gonna make a meme the other day because I was looking through the old wish lists. And like we had Shia on 3 years ago, and then Shia stopped playing. We had Binks on 2 years ago, and then Binks stopped playing. And then we had Corbett on last year, and they're not doing State of Wild anymore. So it's just like we had to stop having guests because we killed their Hearthstone careers.
Yeah, true.
Yes, it's us. We did it. Yeah. We are why Wild is.
I don't know. All of a sudden, I have a list of guests I'd like to bring on.
We got the Death Note.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I got my death note now.
Yeah, there you go.
Dude, let's change the subject ASAP because I'm watching that with the wife and I do not want spoilers. That show
Oh
slaps.
yeah.
Don't take these off. Got 7 more episodes. Don't want nothing.
Light Yagami kills Dumbledore.
Oh my gosh, not Dumbledore, dude. Oh my gosh.
All
Yeah,
right,
I mean,
when's
that's an interesting wish list item because it's like you just want players to enjoy Wild again. Like, what do you?
Yeah.
Oh, I got it right. Waffle's playing Wild again. It's like, yeah, okay. Like, what
sure.
is that wish list? Like,
right. Well,
he'll play Wild if people would watch it. He stopped playing Wild because people stopped watching.
I mean, he still plays Wild sometimes. It's just
that's-
he figured out the system where like if you don't lose your star bonus, games are a lot better. So he just like if he ever gets close to losing it, he just starts like insta conceding and just sort of switches to another mode. But yeah, he still does some Wild decks. But yeah, he is pivoting out of
his content.
He's pivoting away from Wild, and I think it's going to be really good for his channel because he started playing Standard now, and there's just more of an audience for that.
He's grinding Slay the Spire.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm enjoying that a lot. But yeah, his Wild
and
videos.
Now that he's pivoting towards other games, I'm trying to get him to do some Lethal Company. That would be Pog.
Probably card games, but we'll see.
Yeah.
No. Well, I mean, you'll probably get your wish ready gas because it's like at an all-time low, but maybe not. Yeah. We might lose Martian Boo this year.
That would suck.
Keep going down.
Yeah.
And then that would be terrible for my YouTube channel. He's gonna like half my videos.
Yeah. I'm
like, dude, who can I get to guest? I don't want to burn these people. It's like, all right, Martian.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not saying he's the bottom of the barrel. He's just like the one guy that I know I'm not burdening because he's made it very clear that he enjoys it. So I'm like, all right, let's go, dude. It's been what, 3 months? Get you back in here because I like it too. But it's just like, ooh, that would suck. I'd have no guest left. All right, yeah, my two. The number 2 item I want from Hearthstone in 2024. I want mainstream relevance through promotion of other games. Most commonly, what you'd see is like skins from other IPs. So you could get some Diablo in Hearthstone, or you could get like Naruto, or let the Avengers in for all I care, right? You see this a lot with Fortnite, Rocket League, Smite.
They do that sometimes.
Not like
not often enough.
Other IPs, yeah, they let like other Blizzard stuff in.
Samsung Galaxy card back, bro. Goes hard.
That's the cross promotion IP right there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So like, I think it'd be sick if you get some
and also Liadrin for level 20 and WoW.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they got WoW cross promotion. I mean, this used to be called Hearthstone Heroes of Warcraft. Let us not forget. Yeah. And they had Diablo, but it'd be cool if they had like completely other IPs too. You know?
Yeah. No, I
get
agree.
some Naruto in here. Get some Avengers in here. Get some Avatar in here for all I care.
I don't know. I like the goofy. I like goofy stuff in Hearthstone, but I kind of want it.
Maybe
I don't want it to go like the way of Fortnite, where it's just like all of a sudden they have Goku and Peter Griffin, and
I think
I like it to at least keep it contained to like something that's at least plausible for the universe.
Maybe. Sure. I think if you did like in-game events where it's like one little thing from an IP, that could be kind of cool.
Yeah, just no like Pickle Rick warrior skins and stuff.
Sure. Yeah, well, I did mention I did think if they just went the way of Pickle Rick warrior skins, I wouldn't buy them anyway. So it'd be bonus points for me if they
it would just take me out so much.
They did in-game events related to other IPs
on the other side of the board.
I mean, yeah, obviously
board with other IPs wouldn't ruin it either. I think I could have a board that was like.
No. Like the enemy hero on the other side of the board, like the enemy hero skin would just take me out.
Iron Man and Hearthstone would be really weird. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I'm crazy. I think if you get the right things, you do it in the right way. I think it could.
Yeah. Again, it's contextual. I think there are probably a few things you can make work.
Maybe like an event, like a card or a hero, like a thing that's like limited time.
Yeah. Like they had Diablo as a duels hero. Maybe they bring other characters in for duels.
Be a cool way to get people to try out Hearthstone again, or to try out for the first time, because they're like, that game I've heard of a lot and it still exists for some reason. Let me try it. So that's the thought. We'll see if they ever do anything, and if it's done right, if it's even good. I think the Diablo stuff was a success. I mean, I didn't mind it. Granted, it's same Blizzard, but I think it could slap if done right. That's my 2.
Sure. Any honorables across the board?
No,
I don't have any for the first year ever. I don't have any honorable mentions. Swag's number 1.
All right, my number 1 should be probably obvious, but it's Wild Bots. want them to get rid of them. I mean, not rid, but I mean, it would be nice if they did. But
Get rid of them. Every turn you have to do a capture, but we can end your turn.
Yeah, exactly. No,
you have to emote
like
3 times.
they have been doing like ban waves, and like there have been times where like I've noticed a lot less like even shamans.
They're trying.
But then they come back because they make new accounts. But they did mention in like the latest announcement that they are working on something to deal with them on a systemic level for this year. And so my number one wish is that it just works out. I'd love it if that actually reduce, put a dent in the amount of bots.
Yeah,
I think I'd also hate even shaman a lot less.
I think your number 1 plays really nicely with my number 2 with the resurgence of the community, because I think a lot of people dropping out is because of the massive botting.
I mean, even I'm playing standard now sometimes. Like
that's dude. There's
I hit Diamond 5 for the first time in standard today.
There are so many bots in standard.
They removed all of them today, actually.
Did they?
They are no longer in the standard.
How did they get rid of all of them in standard?
Because they were Blizzard bots.
Oh, were they all Blizzard bots? Was that the
most like the Death Knight bots were Blizzard bots?
Were they really? Okay.
Like if they play Direwolf Alpha, it's a bot.
But the Blizzard bots in Wild, they're not. They're like human.
No. Right? In Wild, they are not Blizzard bots.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's some of those in standard.
Yeah, but like most of the bots in standard were Blizzard bots. Not the case in Wild.
That's a sick change then. I didn't realize how significant that was when I saw it.
Yeah.
I assumed it was just for the people like in Innkeeper and like low MMRs, new players.
I mean, no, I mean, Chump has been, playing for years and years and years, but he was rejoicing on Twitter today saying, I don't have to pay the Direwolf Alpha tax. Well,
30% win rate decks. Yeah. Okay. That's cool. That's sick. Yeah. I mean, I would love if they get rid of the bots. It doesn't affect me as someone who doesn't play a ton of the mode. Like it made my entrance into Even Warrior, which was way later than everybody else's, right? It made that sweet because I played
Even Warrior
24 hour straights of Even Warrior. Dude, give me some Even Shaman when I'm all in. Obviously, I know it gets boring real quick. But if you haven't experienced much Wild and you want to play something like Even Warrior, you're gonna have a great time.
Hey, it's
you're
like
gonna get 40% Even Shamans, and you're gonna win
still kind of
90% of those matches.
Even Warrior's still like kind of new, and it has the cool like gimmick of like being an even deck, a relatively new even deck that's also good, and also like Odin is a proactive card. Like is able to be reactive and then proactive.
But I understand the bot concern, surely, because even after like one session, even after playing for a day, I was like pretty over it. Even though I knew it was a winning matchup, I was like just kind of like, whatever.
When you run into 5 in a row,
I haven't played enough Wild for it to bother me. Like I don't stream for 8 hours straight anymore, So like that's why, for me, it's not as big of a deal. But I certainly see the issue for sure.
We have turned our strength into our blessing.
What is that? And turned our strength into our blessing. It's our curse or something. Is that the joke?
I don't know.
Turned our curse into our strength.
I don't know. Whatever. I misquoted it because I don't actually play with this.
I feel like that would be what Gen would say, where it's like we turned our curse of only even cards into our blessing, making our hero power cost one less. But yeah, let's Google it. Let's find out right now. Let's fact check that quote.
I think it's curse into strength.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, come on now. Don't give me the WoW wiki, dude. I want the Hearthstone wiki. Wiki.gg for those who don't know.
Yep.
Get on the new one, wiki. Dude. It's so much better. It slaps.
By the way, random standard epic card on Twitch Prime.
Oh.
Just noticed that.
Oh, nice. We have turned our curse into our strength.
They got it right the second time.
Huge.
All right. My number one.
The most important thing you want out of Hearthstone. Your number one desirable.
Save Twist.
Oh, my 4?
Yeah. So here's what I mean by that. So obviously, kind of what you guys were talking about. First of all, it'd be nice if we, for the next, obviously January's lost, but for the next 11 months, it'd be sweet if we could actually play Twist. That'd be cool. I'd be very into that. Second of all, making it more friendly to get into. So I think the Pauper format, even though I'm I think I'm going to be a little bit bored by it, if I'm honest. But I think that it's a good direction to go into to try and get some momentum moving for the format. As far as definitely on board with what Swag was saying. Like, please buff the cards that are going in, that are like old as dirt. You know, can we buff things to make them playable? That'd be sweet. And then also one thing that I didn't really hear you guys touch on was just like the twists so far have been kind of dumb. Am I the only one who like thinks that? Like, we've had like XL, which exists. We've had like the twist is just like having Caverns of Time, which is kind of dumb. What was the twist the first month?
Old
Was it
stats. I mean,
was it no? Oh, the first twist was no standard or no neutral cards.
It was up. Yeah, it was no neutrals up to Gadgets and Caverns of Time.
No neutrals. That's actually not a bad one. I'm okay.
I think Pauper is a pretty good.
And I was going to say Pauper is a good enough twist for me. Yeah. I'm not like 100% sold on it, but like at least it feels different enough, you know. Mm-hmm. I'm worried it's going to feel like 2014 Hearthstone, but at least it feels different enough. That being said, I liked 2014 Hearthstone.
Right. I don't know if I'd like it today, but I also
like it. Exactly. I used to like it. I'm worried
I was
that
thinking about my plays though. Yeah. I didn't need the dopamine. I was thinking. Now I just play things and I want things happening. Right. But
yeah, that's the only thing I'm worried about. I'm worried about it feeling a little bit too old timey. So we'll see how that goes. But I mean, it's new cards, and commons and rares are a lot stronger than they were in 2014. So maybe it'll be okay. But
sure. A lot of good Hearthstone cards are commons and rares, but
yeah, for sure.
I don't know if a whole deck can be made with them. We'll find out. I imagine Beast Hunters, things of like that nature, mech decks might be good. Spec Warper's a common card.
Yeah, but
and
I
they
think
banned it for a while so you could play it in this twist, which is kind of
hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that if we can just always have twists, right? And if the rule changes every month, cool. If it changes every 2 months, cool. 3 months is probably pushing it.
Yeah.
But if we get a new one every month or every 2 months, awesome.
Huge. And not have it turn off on a new expansion launch month.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Otherwise you get it turned off, you get 3 months, you get it turned off, you get 3 months, you get it turned off, year's over, you get 2 twists. Like it's like sick, dude.
Right.
Got 2.5 twists that year. Yeah, that would suck, I think. I want 12 twists ideally. But
right. I want at least, 6 or 8, but 12 would be great,
Yeah. I don't know how you would do. Like,
I'm expecting at least 2 or 3 months throughout the year spread out where they have it down for a month for maintenance or whatever. But
yeah.
I think at least like 6 to 8 twists is pretty likely.
Oh, I guess that's how you would do 6 or 8 twists, is you take it down.
Yeah.
I heard a thought, I think it was on State of Wild, that they're gonna let twists run until they run out of the original ideas, but the first time they have to think about like what they're gonna do next, it's scrapped.
That's a hilarious take.
Yeah.
Oh, at least the bots will go back to classic then, right?
So they're gonna bring back classic.
Yeah, let's bring back classic.
It would probably save Wild if you brought back classic.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Ironically,
maybe.
It's a lot easier to bot classic than it is Wild.
I don't understand why the bots even bought Wild, to be honest.
I think they farm a bunch of gold
because of mercenaries, right? But isn't there a better way to do that? Isn't it easier to just AFK?
If you're running it
or
24/7, it's
right, so
probably better because
PG is just like instant. I guess you have to wait for the hero select and stuff, so maybe you don't get as much XP. It's constantly queuing ladder games.
Yeah, because even Shaman is both fast and good.
Oh no,
like,
it's not time.
Don't you get more like XP for winning?
I think so. I don't think it's time based anymore. You're right, because that's why battle warrior bots disappeared. Mm-hmm. So you do want to win, okay?
And like also because like even Shaman is pretty good even when it's piloted by a bot. Like a bot almost reached rank 1 legend in Wild. So like that's another reason, is because like the even Shaman bots can win games.
Yeah, sure. Fair enough. Right.
But yeah, it's getting gold and selling the account.
Makes sense. Well, yeah, I know that part. I mean, I was curious why that was their chosen method, but I guess that makes sense based on how the XP system now works. All right.
Jordan's one.
My current hot topic flavor of the year for Hearthstone that I desire, I'll just say it like this. Hey, BG's slaps, dude. I'm all the way back in. Specifically for my number one, I'm excited for BG's duos. It might slap. That's fine. It might slap, it might suck. That doesn't matter. I want my number one. I want more things that incentivize playing Hearthstone with friends, baby. Whether it be a 2v2 battlegrounds mode, hey, sick, sign me up. Whether it be an in-game clan system, hey, sick, sign me up. Whether it be a way to view my friend's profile and chat with them in a better way, sick, sign me up.
Challenge your friend quest more common.
Yeah, maybe that's the nuts. Maybe you cut it in half and make it 3 times more common. Cut the XP in half, make it 3 times more common. That'd be kind of sick.
Yeah.
I just had an awesome idea.
What is
finish what you're saying?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think Hearthstone and gaming in general is more fun with friends. And so I want ways to incentivize me to play with friends. So it's not just chat in Discord or bust in terms of like having friends playing Hearthstone. That's my number one. What's your idea?
So I should have thought of this because it was way better than my 5. We should have a mode where it's like an arena draft, kind of. Think like a fantasy football draft. I know I've lost half of our fans. But think of a fantasy football draft. You have every card available, and you like whoever you're playing with, right? Like if you're playing with your friend.
Oh, a little snake draft of Hearthstone cards.
Yeah, you can like draft the card that you want to add to your deck, and if you have it, your opponent can't have it.
That'd be sick.
And you play a game against each other.
Warren, that's a video right there, man. Do a snake draft Hearthstone match.
You can do a tournament. Bring in some tournament mode.
Do a tournament, dude. Wow.
Tournament mode, finally.
Yeah,
that's an idea.
It's happening any day now. Any day now.
It's not a wish list episode if we don't bring up tournament mode, really.
Dude, we could do a snake draft on stream. Nobody would watch because people don't like watching cool, interesting Hearthstone things. They just want to watch you sloth on boring wild ladder. But we could do it.
We should do that sometime.
That'd be sick. It's too bad I'm not gonna make that a video because I'm done. I'm done with that. But that'd be sick.
Yeah,
that sounds fun. Yeah. You'd have to do what? The same class, or is it just neutral cards? I don't know. I don't know how that works. Maybe you do it like restricted to an expansion, so you have to really think about your deck. You can't just like play. I'm gonna pick Even Warrior. You're gonna pick Discord Warlock, and we're just like there's no snaking happening. We're just picking your cards, right?
Sure.
So maybe you make it like an expansion, and then you have to really get to the thinking. That'd be kind of sick. Snake draft expansion series, right? There you go for your next one. That's like 26 more videos, dude. Nuts. You're welcome. Since you can't do your bot idea that I also had, which is kind of hilarious. We've both had the same bot tournament idea. Both won't make it.
Yeah. So that wraps up the wish list portion. So if you are with us in the non-live version, this is probably where it's going to end. Peace.